What is going on, everybody? Depraved Slasher here. We are back with another music reaction of Depraved.
I'm Hellcat.
And together we are...
HellaDepraved.
Yes, we are. Alright, so... I don't know who does this. I do know this is off of a movie called Gumnaam Hai Koi.
Okay.
Somebody had requested this, a couple people.
Okay.
Apparently, so the song itself isn't really spooky, but it's a song used in a horror movie, and they kind of use this as an ad, in a way.
All right.
But it's like a 4.5 minute thing, so.
Sounds good. If you just decide, you know.
No, actually, I meant to put it back on for this. I took it off for the other one because it was like 8 minutes long.
Right. Nose can't handle it.
And get out of there. Forgot it was around my neck. Apparently, it became a scarf. All right.
Ascots are in.
Yes. I like ascots. I usually call them chairs. But ascots are great. So, with that being somebody somewhere, so there's going to be a lot of people that did not understand that joke. It's okay.
Right.
But those of you that
caught
do,
for your ass.
you're welcome.
Yeah.
With that being said, we're going to react to this if you guys have already seen it. If not, click the link in the description below. Hop on over, go do all the things. Coming back into that because we're a commentary, reaction, breakdown comedy channel. What that means is we will pause for anything and or all of the above.
Correct.
So.
And you can't be serious, so.
Right.
We will be pausing.
With that being said, it is time to slash it up and break it down. This is Gumnaam Hai Koi video song. Let's get it. Roxanne the developers. The following video has been made only for promotional purposes. The copyrights for both audio and visual belong to the respective companies, artists, publishers. We do not wish to use this audio virtual.
Okay.
Audio, we do not wish to use. Okay, sure.
Big Ben.
है दर्द ये अगर मेरा वो क्यों इसे है छू रहा फिकर उसे मेरी है क्यों नहीं जो मेरा ये इश्क है या इश्क है जो
He has a fucking fantastic voice.
Yes.
And he reminds me of Andrea Bocelli in the tone of his voice. The way that he sings.
I was really hoping you were going to say Yanni just because I wanted to hear you say Yanni.
No.
Not that I think it sounds like Yanni.
Right.
But I like Yanni's name.
You have a point.
Because it's fun to say.
Andrea Bocelli rolls off the tongue quite nicely, too. Now, I know you've only heard a couple of his songs. I have seen him in concert. He didn't see us, but I saw him. And the tone of his voice, that softness that he reached, just, stunning. So we're in Edwardian England, 1920s.
Not sure.
That would be a little bit after that, I guess. But I love the candelabras. And just, so I guess he was giving himself a poke hand tattoo. I think that's what he was doing. It looked like that.
It looked like it was already on his hand. I think he was poking it specifically. Maybe to draw blood to go onto the pentagram that was already on his hand.
That was a...
Whatever it was.
Yeah, it's a different... It has a different name. Because it wasn't a 5-pointed star.
Oh.
I forget what it's called, though. I thought he was applying it, possibly. But
you could be right.
Yeah. Love the set. There's no closed captioning?
No.
Love the sound of this guy's voice. Roxanne, I guess?
No, I think that's just the company. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. not gonna lie though, I feel like I'm watching a commercial for like, maybe like a wine commercial.
I don't know. She saw the ball hovering.
Because like
front
dude's
of the-
walking in from the car looking all suave.
No,
wanted to
it
be
wouldn't
like-
be. It wouldn't be wine. It would have to be like tequila, mezcal,
Maybe
like
not even
high end.
alcohol. No, this is definitely like a cologne commercial. Cologne.
Well, we would have to.
Although if he plays his cards right, it can be a Cialis commercial.
We have to watch further because eau de parfum commercials never make sense. Never. Like, it's a discordant story that has nothing to do with perfume.
All commercials are like that. Again, going back to
No.
Cialis,
Like,
it's two
cologne
people
and
sitting in separate bathtubs,
holding hands and talking
holding
about...
hands in the middle of a field that should not
Right.
even have water access.
Right. You're like, this has nothing to do with what the drug is for.
No.
No, because cologne and perfume commercials, like, it... Like, the storyline doesn't even make sense. And then you're like, what does this have to do with scent? At all.
You're supposed to smell the beauty in the commercial.
Right.
The wonderful, herbal essence hair.
Right.
किसी को खबर कौन है वो अनजान है कोई गुमनाम है कोई
Did she just get a kill in teabagging? Yes.
So she came out of nowhere.
I guess it's a V-bag.
She came out of nowhere, and he was looking under the bed and on the bed for presents, and then all of a sudden,
I now feel like I'm watching somebody play Call of Duty.
it's possible. I love the red lighting, and that's fun.
गुमनाम है कोई बदनाम है कोई किसी को खबर कौन है वो अनजान है कोई गुमनाम है कोई
So she's following it.
And now the
She's
lady's
following it.
following balls
Well, I mean, like,
that are
It
just
makes
floating
sense.
through the house.
so it's trying to show her something. There have been, I mean, like, think about, like, Disney's Haunted Mansion. There's the spirit ball that they follow.
Orbs
Or
are
the
normal,
story
though.
of the princess and the goblin.
I'm glad you said goblin and not the P.
No. Different kind of ball. She actually follows one.
Instead of sleeping on one.
Right.
It gives her back problems.
Right. Although, I feel that on a soul deep level. Speck of dust. Doesn't matter. I like that laugh.
उम्मीद सी कुछ
There's the cologne.
I love the aesthetic with this, though. It's, the foggy, lamplit London.
It's just old school horror vibe.
Gothic horror. Yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily say gothic. I
They
feel
normally
like...
consider this period of time in England as Gothic.
Right. But I mean, I feel like one of the things... So in horror, I am one of those people. I don't mind... Like I don't consider CGI or practical effects better than the other.
Right.
I feel like regardless of which one you use, if you do it well, it looks good. If it's done poorly, it looks bad.
Right.
That's just
It's how it is. Yeah.
how it is. But I do feel like a lot of people rely a little more heavily on special effects that they could actually get natural effects from.
Right.
Prime example being, I have seen some horror movies where fog's placed in post-production.
Right.
And you could tell it's fake fog, and it kind of takes
True.
you out of it. And it's like, why didn't you just get a fog machine?
At the time.
Get that motherfucker going. Get 20 fog machines
Right.
if you have to fog an entire outside area. And just,
Because it takes a long time to fill in.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I don't disagree with
But-
you. I'm just saying.
Or go to some place that's naturally foggy all the fucking time.
Right.
I don't know, the Himalayas or some shit like that.
London.
London.
Right. No, I love the aesthetic.
उम्मीद सी कुछ तो आज भी है दिल में किसी से अब तक हूँ जिंदा महफूज भी है कैसे यहाँ पे ये इश्क है या इश्क है जो मेरी आँखों में है क्यों ऐसे भीगता
गुमनाम है कोई, बदनाम है कोई, किसी को खबर कौन है वो, अनजान है कोई, गुमनाम है कोई, बदनाम है कोई, किसी को खबर कौन है वो, अनजान है कोई.
This music is so entrancing, I'm about to fall asleep.
Oh yeah, it's very
It's-
lulling. Their voices are gorgeous, and it's just that nice. Yeah, it's not a boredom type of sleep. It's like a lulling, trancing. Yeah, their voices are so nice. Also, kind of I'm interested in what this movie is about now.
Yeah, I'm so confused, storyline-wise.
I'm not necessarily
Like, she's following
confused, like-
ghostly balls, he gets attacked and teabagged like he's playing Xbox. And now all of a sudden he's meeting a chick out in the carriage like it's Cinderella. I
I don't
feel...
know. I feel like there's maybe like some reincarnation going on here, or like, because there was the scene with the bed and the pulling the sheet over, implying that somebody had passed away, and that's when he was first sitting in the chair, like tattooing himself or pushing buttons or whatever.
And
And then he was holding a piece that looked very much like his hand tattoo, which I'm wondering if that flips him through time, because there was a period, just like a little brief segment, where he was wearing what looked like today's clothing versus...
Well, and then there's like a young version of himself.
That's why I'm wondering if he's like maybe immortal or flipping through time, or, so... Interesting.
गुमनाम है कोई.
Star of David?
Yeah, it's...
Yeah?
I mean, it is, but I think that symbol is also... There's another name for it. I like the creepy woman skittering across the floor. Because, I mean, technically, so the two symbols would be male and female. And then you put them all together, and you end up with, shoot.
It's the Shatkona.
Thank you.
It is a hexagram and is associated with the son of Siva Sakti, Lord Murugan. It's also popular in Yazidi religion, which is inspired by and originated in the worship of Sanat Kumar. Stylistically, it is identical to the Jewish Star of David, And the Japanese Kagome crest.
Right. Yeah.
Interesting.
Well,
more
I
you
mean,
learn.
like, obviously, there are only, I want to say there's only so many geometrical patterns, which technically, like, there's a ton. But there are only
lot of
so
them get
many that we
reused.
recycle in terms of spirituality. But, yeah, I knew it wasn't the Star of David, as in the Jewish sense
No,
of
no,
it.
I knew it wasn't the actual Jewish
Right.
Star of David. It's just,
That's just
in
all
America,
I've ever heard it.
that's all we really know it by.
Right.
Whether
Right.
you're Jewish or not,
Right.
it's the Star of David.
Right.
But yeah, I'm always interested in learning other cultures.
Yeah. No, it's very,
Other
very
cultures.
fascinating. Culturals.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
fine.
tired.
It's always fascinating. But now I'm interested because there's the skittering possessed lady ghostesses, whatever it is.
Yeah, it was giving off total Legion vibes.
Right. And it said
The movie, not the show.
fear it comes back or whatever this year or something. So now I want the synopsis of this movie.
I wonder
We'll have
if
to
it's
go
on
look,
Shudder.
Yeah. See, now that looks really interesting.
Interesting.
Tombstones falling on people, you know, guys sitting up from hospital beds,
Do they
eyes
have a lot of
rolling.
Indian people in England?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't know.
Yeah. The English are, well, they took over India for quite some time.
Right.
So there's been a lot of
They took over a lot of places for quite some
yeah,
time.
which is the look of utter kind of disgust on my face.
Nah, okay, so here's the thing. I don't necessarily look at it in disgust. I mean, that was the ways back then. Everyone was trying to conquer the world.
I don't
Everyone.
hear anything different than what goes on today.
Yes
I
and
understand what you're saying, though. I
No.
get what you're saying.
So, like,
Yeah.
back then, like, Genghis Khan and, everyone wanted to rule
It was
everything.
ruling the world. Yeah,
And, like, now, like, everybody kind of does their own thing, and then, like, America, being the bad guys that we are, try to step in and tell people how to live their lives. We don't necessarily try and
Sure.
take over, but we're just kind of like, hey, don't do that.
Yes and no. Yes and no.
And
Again, I think what saddens me is, as somebody who loves other cultures, other myths, other lore, other religions, learning about all of it, it dismays me that so much was lost and beat out of people, honestly, by a lot of this takeover. It just, systems were put in place that disrupted eons of how it had been done culturally in different parts of the world and was working just fine for them. Sometimes it wasn't. Most of the time it was. No, there's quite the exchange. So that would be very interesting to at least look at the synopsis and be like, oh, that's what it's about.
Right.
So we'll be looking into that.
all right, guys, absolutely enjoyed the song too.
Fantastic
It was
voices.
fucking
Fantastic.
beautiful.
Yeah.
And I'm
Kind of
interested.
Crimson Peaky vibes a little, with the candelabra walking through the mansion in the dark. Not like the storyline.
Right.
Just time period and
Time period maybe. Overall vibe. I mean, this had a much softer tone to it.
well, Crimson Peak is dead smack Victorian.
I was gonna say Crimson Peak used a lot of dark, sharp colors.
Right. This is a
And
lot more romantic,
This
sort of.
this felt like it had a romantic side to it and was very soft and vibrant.
Well, it was all
and
the
dark.
yellow lighting, which is a warm lighting. Yeah.
Right.
But
Which is
yeah.
probably supposed to make you feel comfortable right before somebody jumps out and screams in your face.
Well, you saw the woman skitter across the floor. Like, it's gonna happen at some point. Yes.
All right. So with that being said, if you guys liked the video, slash that like button, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, comment down below what did you think of this commercial, I'm guessing,
Gumnaam
or song
Hai Koi.
representation of Gumnaam Hai Koi.
Right.
Also comment down below if there's anything else you guys want to see reacted to. Check the description below for pretty much all the things.
Push our buttons. Come join us on our other social media platforms, mostly Twitter if you want a quicker response.
We love you guys. Thank you all for watching. Cannot wait to see you depraved people later.